And welcome, pool fans, to the last day of the 2025 Predator Pro Billiard Series here at the Rio Suite Hotel in Las Vegas. We are getting close to the finish line of this amazing 10 days of non-stop pool action. We start the day with the Kamui Mixed Double Open Semifinal. Kelly Fisher and Alex KAZAKIS against Maite Ropero and Jose Alberto Delgado. I'm Benjamin Belhassan, and sharing the booth with me, my friend from the Netherlands, Tim de Ruyter. Bonjour, Tim.
Bonjour, et toi? Yeah, very happy to be here. I mean, I think we have a killer matchup, especially Delgado and Maite Ropero. They played a great match yesterday. We've seen it, both.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
well, we didn't really get to see much from Kelly and Alex so far, but I know they won a shootout thriller in the quarterfinals, like 7-6. So if you win a shootout with 7-6 score, I would say you're in dead shape. I mean, you're
Yeah,
in a good shape to win the tournament.
yeah, definitely in the business. So remember, we had 32 teams at the start for the prize fund of $100,000, and we are down to the last four. So it's now, of course, single elimination. So we have best of four sets. Each set is a race to four, and if the score in the sets is 2-2, a shootout determines the winner. And what a break from the start here. Wow, two balls on the break, opening shot on the one, and everything is wide in the open, Tim.
Yeah, this is definitely what they were looking for as a start. Now, I think most of the people would say Kelly and Alex are the favorites in this match. But we've seen a very fine duo between Ropero and Delgado. In my opinion, I think they played at very similar speed and only talked whenever it was very necessary and didn't know what to do. But besides that, they stayed in rhythm. And I think they were really fine, the match we did last night. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't say Alex and Kelly are the dead favorites here.
yeah, right. Obviously, they play at a higher level on the world stages, both of them. And this is not yet the case from Maite and Jose. But as you said, they are pairing really good, playing really nice rhythm with a looks to have a cool mood, and I definitely expect them to have a tight match with those two.
Yeah, so far, maybe a couple shapes where they were a little bit off, but a nice draw into the short rail from Alex. Making sure Kelly is straight on the six makes things a lot easier.
Yeah. And what is also interesting here is that we are having two kind of different schools here, having Kelly Fisher and Alex Kazakis, that are probably two players that have really a compact game and a compact stance and strokes. And on the other side, we have Delgado and Ropero, who have something smoother in terms of length of stroke. Like, so it's kind of two different schools here, and it's very interesting to be able to witness this and to compare the different techniques, and obviously great results for both teams.
Yeah, I completely agree. Both teams have a very similar style. And I think that's also the reason why they are in the semifinal here. First rack is looking to go to Kelly and Alex. Break and run. No chance for Delgado and Ropero, but nice break and run. Wasn't too easy, especially with the first rack. Still have a couple shapes and stuff. Looking solid and confident and not too much early pressure. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex Kazakis went a little bit too far on the 4 ball, and that's why he has to play that recovery shot to leave Kelly on the 6 pretty nicely. But yeah, really a good solid break with an easy opening on the 1. So it's always what you want at the start of matches to try to get in stroke.
Well, also Kelly does have a big break in general, so expect her to break quite firm into the 1. Always a square hit, makes a 6. The 1 ball is going with the cue ball, so look at this for a position, man.
Yeah, and the good thing for them, sorry, not for us, but for them, is the 3 ball is connected to the 4, so he only probably needs to draw back to the long rail and somewhere near the line of the 3. It's not easy though, because the 1 ball and the cue ball are really close to each other. So yeah, he's pointing the center of the table, but I don't know if he is going to take the risk to go that far. That would be great, of course, but the 7 ball is a big ball there. Yeah, he really tried it, but then the 7 ball can come into play. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's just fine straight as you could get, as straight as you could get on the 3 ball.
Yeah, great shot there from Alex.
I mean, I feel when you play individually, you can do so much with shot making. Oh, they're looking at playing the 3, going 2 rails to open up the 10 a little bit off the rail to make the pocket available for the 9 and still have the shape on the 4. I like that. It's a little bit hampered, but
Yeah.
this is a clever shot here.
Yeah,
This is
because the
something-
4 ball is... Oh, I don't know if it's enough. Looks
No,
like maybe. No, it's not.
I'm quite sure that it doesn't go, but well, maybe I'm too sure. They're looking at it, so I might be wrong, but
Yeah, it's close.
based on this view, it's very close. The thing is also there's different styles. I was just gonna say the individual play against the doubles play is completely different. When you play individually, basically you can be a shot maker player. You know, you can leave the cue ball just pretty wild and not always that straight. Oh wow, that spin really got her. Alex, he kind of looked funny there. He said, what? He's trying to make fun out of it, you know, trying to at least make the spirit go well, but that's a very surprising miss there. So let me try again. Individual and doubles, it's completely different. Just the shapes. Basically, when you play doubles, you have to leave yourself and your player that you're playing with a way better look, a better angle on the ball, because you're waiting in between, what is it, 20 seconds, 30 seconds every shot, so it's not like there is a rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to leave your partner long shots and stuff, because actually you didn't make the decision yourself to play the shot. So it's really a different story. You really want to go to perfection on every position for your partner. So that's definitely different. But yeah, what a big mistake here from Kelly Fisher in the early opening, because the score was like 1-0 and they were on the 2 breaks and runs. Everything was wide in the open. So yeah, I didn't expect that. And Ropero and Delgado, I think, are really happy to get back at the table in that second game. But
Yeah, I feel she was trying to get to in between the 10 and the 9. I mean, if I look
yeah,
at this view, I would say the 9 doesn't go. But
yeah, it's
if they
really
feel like it
close.
goes and it goes, I'm happy either way. But this is super tight.
I think he's calling the 10. Maybe a Karam shot, or I don't know. I think he called the 10. Yeah, he's
No,
going for the Karam.
no,
He's going for the Karam.
wow, so close to the rail.
Whoa.
Oh, just
Yeah, but
well,
at the
we
same
knew it was
yeah,
we
contain.
knew it was going to the short rail, right? The 10, it was always going to be missed on the short rail if they missed.
Yeah, and also by cutting and choosing that speed, he made sure that the 9 ball would go towards the long rail, so to play a kind of containing shot. So it's a good shot. I like that, but he left the bank obviously. Yeah, good shot there. Good recovery there from Alex after a miss from Kelly on the 5.
Yeah, that is quite the steal actually in the second rack. I feel like did not have to go that aggressive on the carom on the 10 ball. I feel Delgado slight
Yeah,
margins.
but actually, in the position from the position that he was in, what to do? Because if the 9 ball didn't go, then he was in trouble, really. So see if he can reproduce the fantastic break he made on the first rack. And yes,
Oh,
I would say.
I mean, I don't know what more you would want to wish on the break. I mean, that ball speared right into the corner. They have a look at least
And
on the 1. I'm not saying they have to go aggressive, but they have something on the 1 ball. That's already such a big deal.
yeah, and the thing also is that both of them are making balls on the break and have really a strong break. So you really want to take advantage of it in the early match, I believe. She might have called the 4 ball, I believe. Oh no, it was going in. Oh, that was great. Okay. From this angle, I didn't think the 1 ball past the 4 ball.
Yeah, just still slightly tougher shot on the 3. Combination into the 5, sending the 3 to the top left corner in this view. No, not even. He cheated the pocket and left the 3 right over the side pocket. That's a nifty little shot. Made that look really easy, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. I thought he would follow a little bit the cue ball just like he did to pocket the 3 on the bottom left. But now everything is in the open and it looks like it's going to be 3-0 and 2 break and runs out of 3. So if they have opportunities and break the balls like this, really great, they will be tough to beat.
Yeah, like we mentioned from the beginning, we've got, in my opinion, a very different style between these two. And maybe Ropero Delgado a little bit more flamboyant kind of style, and Fisher KAZAKIS a more steady. Yeah, I mean they're steady as how much? I mean, from 100 they're steady 95, maybe more. So,
Yeah,
but you gotta find the chemistry, and there's always people trying to play doubles with people that do not have the same speed. Now you can try to find someone else's speed. Doesn't always mean it is the right speed. So 3-0, early lead. Fisher KAZAKIS on the hill in the first set. Playing great so far, Ben. What do you think?
yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised because, as you said, they pretty much have the same style of play and the same rhythm. So the pair is really matching great here. Really compact. I would say snooker style pair. Even if I don't believe that KAZAKIS is from had a snooker background, but he's really compact, really solid. He has a really strong stay still attitude, and I mean we are talking about the number one WPA in the world, so
Yeah, I don't think we have any any complaints on that behalf. Both number one in the world. Doesn't matter if it's at the same time or former. I would say
yeah.
it's a pretty fine team.
Also a square hit there, but a little draw in the cue ball. So maybe a little bit less power in the rack. So now Delgado at the table. Kind of tricky opener here on the one because he has to travel towards the traffic to reach the two. Pocketing the one on the side, so first it's a tough cut, and second you need to make your way all the way down and into the traffic to get back to the two. Yeah, I think he got it.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, what a bad kiss on the 10.
It was like he actually maneuvered the cue ball nicely towards the third rail. It's just that the 10 ball came right in between. The line was nice, but that's where I feel the line might not be realistic. Maybe he could have played with inside. Oof. And also to go 2 rails here for Mighty, and they will have to kick firm, because if you kick soft at the 2 ball, look at that top side of the table being wide open.
Yeah.
So you don't want to sell out.
I was wondering if I would have played the one ball with inside and going long, short, long, and try to take the cut on the two instead of going into the traffic. Oh, she's going 4 rails here. Oh, wow, that's a good kick. She's left a tough shot on the 2 with
I
a
do
tough
like
position on the 3.
I do like how she kicked that 3 rails, trying to send the 2 ball at least to the traffic, to the bottom side of the table. There was a big difference to what I've said before. I've seen a lot of problems at the table, even though the 3 rails was, yeah, they have left something for Alex, but I'm more saying if you hit that firm, you might have so many more opportunities to be safe. And this is also not, I mean, it's a safety and it's good, but the 1 railer could be quite decent for Delgado.
Yeah, but actually the shot on the 2 was really tough, and he couldn't get really a good position on the 3. So I believe it's really conservative but efficient and smart, considering that the safety was easy to make.
Oh, that 8 ball. I think the 8 ball squeezed right in between. Well, not
Yeah, I think.
full of it, but at least making sure the 2 doesn't go to the top left corner.
USA 10 ball signals.
Yeah, the thing is, if you can thin the 2 ball enough, like paper thin, to send it behind the 5, then you could only use the 5 as blocker. That's that's probably the only option. Yeah, like that. But this is paper thin, and you have to send the cue ball one rail to the long rail and then back behind. Oh, she hit it the 7. Yeah. But she hit it thin though. That was tough.
There is a one pocket shot stunning the cue ball near the 6, but it's so sensitive. Oh. Oh, maybe they have called a 2-railer and came up too short.
Yeah, but the thing is, the position of the 3 ball was not good, and you couldn't get shape to. I believe the shot you just called, like stand follow behind the 6, was a good option, because now
Well,
they
I just
opened up
think
the rack.
I just think they were trying to 2-rail the 2 ball, and the 3 was where the 2 ball was. So they always had cover behind the 6-8. Just made it too short. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think it was a bad choice. I just think that the shot clock might have come into play. It felt like they really could have made a good move there. But so far this set, you can just feel it. Oh, well, I was going to say, of course, when I start to say we are feeling it, Fischer and KAZAKIS are filling the table well, that's where she comes up a little bit too short on the 4 ball.
Yeah, still okay, but the shot on the 3 ball could have be punched a little bit more to get straight on the 4, but still okay.
Stun left spin, 2 rails around the 9. And this is like where KAZAKIS just, in my opinion, he barely fails at this kind of stuff. You would say, well, he'll still have to do stuff with the cue ball. But he doesn't flinch at doing that stuff with the cue ball. It's just about making the ball.
Yeah,
There's a lot of control in his game, which enables him to be a lot better player than other players. Or like some players
yeah,
would not consider him that great. But I think there's a lot of
yeah, he's
skill.
great.
There's a lot of skill, I think.
Definitely.
And if you look at the fact that they both have a similar style of play, because also, they're both great shooters, but they also play a good cue ball. So we don't see them play crazy shapes or crazy
Yeah,
long shots with crazy shapes. They stay in line, so they have
yeah.
control.
I pretty much, I would say, prefer the stroke of KAZAKIS, because I think the acceleration of Kelly is a little bit too fast, as you just saw there, and I think what you said about the control of the movement and of the stroke is really great. Uh, and soft to KAZAKIS, I believe. A little bit more control, acceleration into the stroke.
Yeah, so Fischer KAZAKIS won the first set. As you can see, ROPERO DELGADO, they took a little break, so we'll be out for just a little nip. Make sure to stay tuned for the second set. I think it could be a close one. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the 2025 Kamui Mixed Doubles Open in Las Vegas. The Rio All Suites and Hotel is hosting so many events we've seen in the last, 10, 11 days. We're slowly getting towards the finish line, but now we are having the semi-final between Kelly Fischer, Alex KAZAKIS, and Maite ROPERO and Jose Alberto Delgado. First set has been won by Fischer KAZAKIS, and if you look at the player overall performance, what a first set that has been. This is Benjamin Belhassen and Tim de Ruyter in the booth. Benjamin, what can you tell us about these stats?
Yeah, this is great. I mean, we just saw only 4 games, but we can already said that the break was working great. Both players, Kelly and Alex, were breaking the balls really good. They had to play a couple of safeties, but everything was opened. I only noticed one missed ball, the 5 ball from Fisher there, but the set was really, really powerful from the pair. So nothing much to say about Delgado and Maite Ropero, but they didn't actually get to the table with open shots, except when Delgado played the Karam on the 9-10. So yeah, I can't wait to see those two play. But what I can say is this is a semi-final, and we are all having here European players. So that shows you how strong the level in Europe is at the moment.
Well, with how high the breaking percentage was for Kelly and Alex, or excuse me, the other way around actually, was Mighty and Delgado that broke off in the second set. My fault. This could be a
Don't-
great turnaround, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they see the one. It makes, of course, a huge difference. Or if Delgado has to cut this one to, is attacking, considering the tip position of the cue ball, so he's going to draw this.
Oh, well, I'm not saying the 2 doesn't go, but bottom right is the only option and quite the cut on the 2.
Yeah, the good thing is the 4 ball is hanging, almost hanging around the bottom left. So if she makes it, it's really close. It's really tight. But if she makes it, then she will be on the 4 ball for sure. So big shot there. Yeah, good shot. Great shot there.
Well, coming up with a couple big shots after they lost 4-0 in the first set. Just, this is doubles, you know? Like when you play singles, you can say, drop the 4 in. If I leave a little bit of angle, that's fine. But when you're a good doubles player, you make sure she cannot get an horrible line. Actually, I don't mind how he has played it, but the base a little bit off. I
Yeah.
feel like both players are a little bit tense right now. Not for Alex and Kelly, or Kelly and Alex, excuse me.
Yeah, but that's difficult
little-
because the start of Kelly and Alex was really strong. They went really off the races, so actually it put a kind of pressure on Jose and Maite. So she made a good shot there, cutting the 5 ball on the side, I believe, because the shape, the position from Delgado was a little bit short. And then they have a lot of work to do here with the 6 ball. If he goes for the cut, then it's a really thin cut, and cue ball is gonna fly around like maybe 4 rails. So first, make sure you make the ball. Yeah, that's the problem when you want to hit this. Sometimes when you cut this as hard as you can, you cut this too thin. That happens often.
Well, that certainly was a big mistake from Delgado. If you look at the scoreline, 4-0 Fischer KAZAKIS. I'm not saying that's most of it mistakes or anyways. So I'm more saying the momentum, the flow that the match is having is looking really bad for Ropero Delgado.
Yeah. When you are playing tough opponents like this and lost the first set 4-0, you really want to open the second with a break and run if it's there. And actually it was there. But the 5 ball was the shape from the 4 to the 5 was really touchy, and it put them in a tough situation for the end of the rack, which caused Lee eventually to miss that 6 ball. Big shot there, big draw shot, low left, going long, short. Good shot there.
And the first game in the second set goes to Alex and Kelly. After a mistake from Ropero Delgado, they had a chance to stop that momentum, but like we spoke before, Fischer and KAZAKIS, they're so solid. Ben, can you explain the viewers back home how tough it is to stop that train, even though they're so solid? They don't really crumble, right?
Yeah, actually, both are really experienced player on their career. I mean, we are talking about players that are on the top of the world, so they have been doing so many tournaments, so many travels around the world for so many years, and this experience is showing off comparing to players like Ropero and Delgado. So, and actually, they really pair really good. I say it again, but technically, they are both really compact. I would say snooker style, and so I don't know them personally, but I've always heard that Alex KAZAKIS is really friendly. He's really a nice guy, and I don't know, but Kelly looks also very, very cool. So maybe it's just match is good, you know, and on the table
Yeah.
actually it's strong.
Yeah, I was going to just add to that. I have known Kelly for quite some years and Alex for quite some years. And they, like they were actually talking earlier in the interview that's on the side. They were talking about how in the chair they were not even talking pool. They were talking about just life, like Kelly said, we're talking more just life decisions, I'm interested. What do you choose? What do you fancy, like just preferences. But then around the table, I think that's where they come closer. Maybe Alex is structuring Kelly slightly much, on choices and stuff to making sure she stays on point all the time. And I mean, I'm not saying there's a good or bad side. They both have so much experience, and them playing together is bringing so much more progress on both sides. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
just I think they are a really good fit, and there's a reason why they're playing together. Obviously, I mean, this is not the first time they have
yeah,
played together. So we've seen Kelly miss it too, but I think Alex also said, "Listen, go at it because we can have the 3, and there's a shot clock on."
yeah. And this is what I like about that choice. She really went 100% for the bank, stroke it well. Okay, she missed it, but it's just a ball. I mean, you have the opportunity to win the game, so go for it. And I remember one quote from Alex Lely when I was taking lessons with him. He told me, "Champions take risks," and I think it's definitely right. At the right time, champions take risks, and that just makes the difference with other players. because it's really a mindset to go for shots and committed 100% to shots. Then if you miss, you go to the chair with no frustration, no nothing actually. She missed the bank, okay, on to the next one. So you might find the cover behind the 8 here, sending the 4 ball 2 rails in the 6-9-10. That's what he was looking at. Yeah, that's a good shot there.
Well, we've also talked about Alberto quite a bit in the last couple days, or especially last match he's played in a thrilling quarterfinal. He's been playing a lot of hay ball, a lot of Chinese pool. Not so much spin involved, but his cue ball needed more attention, and that's where I feel like the last couple months he's progressing a lot in this kind of safeties. And well, he's played a good safety there, just not the reward, so might will have to play a similar one. Are you trying to bring the cue ball all the way behind the 8? Or are you saying, listen, just make sure we have cover and... Oh,
Yeah, this is a
I, thi-
difficult
I think
choice here.
I think they're trying to cut the 4 ball really thin and not missing, well,
That's a good
plenty
one.
of traffic. Plenty of traffic, yeah, good shot. I thought they were gonna have more like a frozen ball shape, but with how wide the angle is over the right long rail, the angle opens up so much, especially on the new cloth. You have to play a
Yeah,
little bit more firm speed to make it short. I think it's still
definitely. Yeah.
it's kind of funny to hit the right side at least, the bottom side of this 4, don't you think, Ben?
Yeah, exactly. This is really tough because, as you said, especially on new cloth, the angle is really wide here, coming from the right long rail. So, but you don't have that much choice here. You could go 2 rails on the other way. Yeah, from there, but I think they're going to try to kick and stick and try to make the 4 ball on the side. Yeah, like that. That was a good try, but a little bit too thick. They didn't sell out though. Tough cut on the 4. I don't know if she's going to take the cut or try to play safe. If he can go all the way around the 8, then he could take the cut, but it's a tough cut. I mean, yeah. This is much more simple. And what a cue ball control here. What a speed.
Yeah, not just getting the 4 behind the 9. Like, it's so easy to get the 4 behind the 9, but to get the doubled up, to get 2 balls in
Yeah.
between, nowadays that's a big thing because everybody's so well with the jump cue. It's so easy to make a hit. You see now Alex is
Yeah.
jacking up, going 2 rails.
Oh, great shot
And
there.
well, he might be, yeah, he's left the 4 ball on, but this is basically, in my opinion, because they played a really good shot right before. If the 8 wasn't in
Yeah.
between, he had way more possibilities to get it safe. So
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
just the standard nowadays has been so well, and with the jump cue so well. Yeah, everybody has to step it up a notch. And would be nice to see Ropero and Delgado get a game on the board. I feel they're a little bit tight at the moment. Not saying bad, but just saying they were
Yeah.
more loose earlier. And now this is where the big bucks are being made.
Yeah, but also it's not every day that they get those stages of the big tournament. So that's why I was talking about the experience of the Alex Kazakis and Kelly, and that could make the difference when you reach the semi-final of a big event like this. You're not quite used to it, so it makes a difference. And maybe if they play it next year together, then it will be different. Yeah, and it's actually it could have been better than this. It's getting worse and worse here. Oh, good shot there. Still the gem Q out, I believe.
I mean,
He's been
at
he's been
least
jumping so well.
at least they have a shot at the table. I mean, listen, you
Yeah,
always gotta look at the positive side. You know, you make that ball, you hook yourself, you say, "Hey, listen, I have a jump. If I make this," I always try to tell myself what a run out that would be. You know, just to take the pressure
yeah,
off. You say like, "Wow, what a run out that would be." If you nailed it and get on the 8. Oh, that was close. But on the contrary, this is also Fischer and Kazakis' style. You know, like they play this way, they play it super tight. I believe a day or two ago, there was an interview, Pro Beard Series channel. Make sure you follow all the channels, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you follow all of it. There's so many interesting interviews. They had an interview. They won a match. They played like a 920, and they played like, what was it, like 95% safety success, and they didn't even know. They played their match. They won. They got told, listen, you played almost flawless safeties, and they said, really? Did we do that? And that's how solid they play together. Like that's their strength. You know, that's their game. They're so solid with experience and cue ball control and their choices. You know, they're locking up so many players where, yeah, other partners they don't do that. You know, and it's easy to go out swinging over and over, but not against them.
yeah.
And
That's
that's what we see in this game. I feel that's exactly happening right in this second rack. They're taking a 2-0 lead. And it could have been one each, but they're keeping, you know, they're pulling the rope on Ropero and DELGADO. You know, they're not letting them go in any way.
yeah. Actually, they didn't give any opportunity, and that makes a huge difference.
Well, and also one thing we haven't seen so much so far yet is the fact that Alex and Kelly, they have won 6 games in a row. Which, if you look at how many games can we play, let's say 4-0, like the other way, 4-0, 4-0. So let's say we have 16 games, and they have a 6-game streak. That is not too promising for Ropero DELGADO. So I am wanting to see a turnaround here because I'm not here to do a one-sided match. Hopefully Ben is the same way. We want to see some action.
Yeah, of course. But actually, when you're facing a pair that plays almost flawless since the beginning, it's really tough to like do something. You know, you have the feeling that you just hit a wall, and that's it. And this is a tough feeling because, yeah, you did a few mistakes here and there, shapes and stuff, and then the opponent or the opponents when you play doubles are really, really sharp, and you don't get any opportunities, and the game is just out of your hands. So that's and they're not gonna give you anything. I mean, the push outs will be tight, everything will be tight.
And again, like we both agree, playing if you're breaking the balls, man, and you get an open shot against Alex and Kelly, you say, "Oh, nice," it lets you get some rhythm. But whenever them two start to put balls together, it's like a little bit awkward, push outs. You just know that I'm not saying you're guaranteed on the worst end of it, but it's not a great thing to do over and over.
Yeah.
And that's respect, like in my opinion, that's a lot of respect to them. Like they play the game the right way, they will find a safety where you say, wow, how did they do that? Like this one, I wasn't expecting them to play behind the six at all, and they got it. This is where they play. They say, we're gonna push there. People are gonna look like, listen, we're not gonna be able to play the obvious, and this is a really good shot, in my opinion.
Yeah, actually, it's a kind of classic containing, I would say, but I'm a little bit of surprised that they didn't take it. But it wasn't the thing. It was to see the shot, because to do the shot was not that hard, actually. But yeah, that made the difference. Obviously, they asked a question and they got an answer. So
Well, I also do believe that the safety was maybe, like a little bit awkward. How thick, because it was thinner going towards the corner, and if you don't get it, you leave the
yeah,
one ball right over the corner. So I do
yeah,
understand why Delgado Ropero didn't take it, or Ropero
yeah,
Delgado, excuse me. But this is the small little details where I know for a fact Alex and Kelly, they talk about this. I feel like it, or they have so much knowledge that they
yeah.
feel that situation so well, and
And and also, if you add the fact that it's 6 games to nil, also the confidence then comes into play, because you are feeling really great and you are feeling really strong at the table. So yeah, obviously they have another opportunity to go on the hill here.
yeah, well, prime shape. The only shot here is to get from the 3 ball to the 5, and if you
Yeah,
get to the center of the table, that's fine too. Maybe the 6. Some people don't like to shoot balls into the side, so they like to stick with the corners, and I understand. So that means the 6 ball needs a little bit of work. But if you have been playing that 6 ball to the corner all your life, you also know that you need to give yourself a nice angle. Here's April Larson supporting, I believe, the Spanish duo in this semifinal. Not allowed to say Team Spain, but Ropero Delgado, I know they've been quite close. Nice to see her in the arena. With this angle,
yeah,
do you think they're still going to play the high side? Yeah, I was going to say probably the top side of the
yeah,
6, right?
yeah. Short side, yeah, because she's a little flat on the 5. She just have to stun this, and they're gonna play the 6 on the bottom right, I believe. You can stun, or you can stun draw like this, yeah. But the thing is, you really want to go off the second cushion, which he didn't. So that's a tricky position now, because probably Kelly has to go to the long rail and back to the 8. So that means a little bit more pace, and so it narrows the pocket a little bit, but I expect her to make this. Oh, you see? She cut it a little bit too thin,
Yeah.
but it's still okay.
She actually needed to cut that thinner to bring the cue ball more
Yeah.
over. So,
Yeah.
like you said, but the worst thing is a good player plays that less speed and more stroke, and a bad player punches the ball in and hangs that ball. People will wonder, like, oh, these pockets play so big, but on that shot, in my opinion, is the way how you address the ball and not on just aiming. No, it's if you play it smooth, that ball will go in. If you chop at the ball stays up. So
Yeah.
that's a perfect example of, in my opinion, a great technique being just enough to get them on the hill
Yeah.
in the second set.
And for this tournament, the title sponsor is Kamui, but we also have Predator Group, Yalin, Little Monster. We have Samsung TV Plus, Box Billiards, Van Billiards Corporation, and Q Sports International.
Yeah, thank you for everybody supporting us. Make sure to follow our channels. We're 3-0 on the second set, and I thought things were going to be maybe a slightly favoring to Fischer KAZAKIS, but we have not seen ROPERO DELGADO at all in this match. 9 ball going in, the 1 ball over the corner, and you see they're in the chair too. Like Delgado, I feel like he just told Maite and said, like, if they're on the 2, what else is there to play for? No, besides the nice shapes and like, if the 2 ball goes and you get to the center of the table 3 to 4, it's just picking up the pieces, right, Ben?
Yeah, definitely. Again, a terrific break from Kazakis here, and yeah, tricky position on the 2 though, because the 4 ball comes definitely into play here. I don't know if he elects to go forward and 2 rares in the corner, or if he try to draw off the 4. I don't know. It's tough to see from here, but for sure the 4 ball will move.
If they catch it thick, could be behind the 5. Uh-oh. Played with
Yeah,
fire.
that was a great shot there, using low left to try to come off the long rail towards the line of the 3, and he almost did perfect. I mean, she has the 3, she's in shape, she has to kill the cue ball, but yeah, with such a compact stroke, it's easier to kill the cue ball, and she did it perfectly. So I don't see any tricky situation here to run this rack.
One, especially with how solid they are, they're just not going to leave each other in a funny position. They're gonna play a 3-rail shape from 5 to 6. Whenever they hit the 3rd rail, they're good on the 6 to get to the 7. It's a little bit just stay within line, and besides that, we're good. And I feel like I'm repeating, I feel like I've said that a couple times, but that's how they play. They got a little bit straight on the 6. They'll play the... Oh, well, he's still playing the 7 to the side. I was going to say stun off the rail. played a 7 to the corner.
Yeah,
But they
a
have
little
just
less cable work.
they have such a similar. Oh wow, follow to rails. Okay, didn't see that coming, but I think we should agree together is that we see one pairing very comfortable at the moment, and the other one they barely get any shot at the table.
Yeah, and actually, they just did a couple of mistakes here and there, a couple of wrong positions, but not that much actually. And they are facing a perfect game of their opponent here. They just keep breaking balls and make balls on the break, having opportunities and run racks. So nothing to say except bravo.
Well, there must be a reason why Fisher KAZAKIS is up 2-0, and Ropero Delgado, they're about to take a break and talk about it and see what they can change. So we're gonna go nip out for a slight little break, and we'll be right back. Hopefully a comeback, but we'll see right after the break. And welcome back, pool fans all around the world. This is the 2025 Kamui Las Vegas Mixed Doubles Open. This is a semi-final match. And if you look at the statistics, Alex KAZAKIS and Kelly Fisher, they are against José Alberto Delgado and Maite Ropero, but the player overall performance, a 9 of 41 against a 636. In my opinion, Ben, more credits towards KAZAKIS and Fisher than the other side. I don't think Ropero Delgado had much more chance. This is Benjamin Belhassan and Tim de Ruyter in the booth. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've been playing flawless since the beginning of the match, and actually, I can only think about the first mistake of Kelly Fisher on the 5 ball in the second game that could have been 1-1, and then that's it. The bell didn't miss anything, and keep breaking the balls good, having opportunities, run racks. So, I mean, for the moment, it's just a one-way match, and that's just how it is. But I think also about the Las Vegas Men's Open, where in the finals, Josh Filler was leading 2-0, 4-0 for 1, and finally lost the event in a shootout against Denis Grabe. So let's wish to Delgado and Ropero the same outcome, but it's going to be tough. Especially if they keep break the balls like this.
Yeah, they have a slight overcut on the one, but it's like breaking from the center to where there's a ball tracking towards the side. They haven't made that one. No shot on the one, but a safety behind the 9, Ben.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When you break the balls like this, even if you don't have opportunities to run, you're still in control of the rack, and you still can play a tough safety shot to get back at the table. So that makes a huge difference, not to have to push out or something, you know.
Yeah, nicely done. Nice hook behind the 9, and there's no easy escape. Of course, there's always a one railer on this kind of shot, but I think the one ball looks tough. You could scratch also. He's looking at 2 rails, Ben. What do you think?
Yeah, thing is, going to the long rail directly is really tough because it's really close to the cue ball. Of course, the jump shot is not there, and yeah, I only see the one rail here from the short rail, which is never easy, and you really want to make contact here, and this is really tough. Yeah, as you said, you also have the 2 railer in between the 6 and the rail. I don't know what he played actually, because he played a kind of in between there.
Yeah,
But,
I feel like he played a
yeah.
2 rail. But
Yeah, I feel also, yeah,
small
because
window.
and also the one railer was pretty much a stun one, where you have to stiff the ball and play it a little bit harder, I believe. So I think you're right. He played the 2 railer here. Okay, and everything is open here. The 2 to the 3 is a little bit challenging, because I think he's a little straight on the 2. I don't know if he can force it. Oh yeah, that's okay. He has an angle, so he's perfect.
Well, actually, put a short stroke on there. Could have been maybe a slightly more comfortable on the 3. Thinner cut. Definitely not a shot you would expect her to miss, but now she will have to put a little bit inside to get past the 7 ball. Now, Yeah, the only thing you could see wrong here is either to get from the 6 to the 7 because there's some traveling, or from the 9 to the 10. But overall, I think they're just continuing to do whatever they've been doing, man.
Yeah. And this also builds confidence throughout the match. And the more balls you make, the more run-outs you do, the more confident you get. So, yeah, here it's an interesting thing. She's asking if she want to be, if he wants to be straight on the 6 to draw back. The thing is, he's gonna use his extension there, I believe. Oh, he's a tall guy though, so he might not have to use it. He kind of came up a little bit short here, but I think it's okay. But the stroke, I found that the last stroke on the 6 ball a little bit tense comparing to the others, but still okay. I mean, it's open. Two
Well,
rails
that's the
towards
thing
the center
too.
of the table.
Both of them
Yeah.
have a very compact style of play, but they have so much experience to where they know that they at least have to open up the stroke to a certain point to where they will have a similar result. So it's like even under the gun, they know that they're most likely going to be close. And especially
Yeah.
with having great doubles partners. I mean, if you look at Ropero Delgado, they sit in their chair. They're patient, but they also know what's going on right now. There's no way you cannot see how well these two are playing doubles.
Yeah. They've been breaking really consistent since the beginning of the match, and that's a big point because it's not easy to do, breaking 10 balls from the side and with the hand rack. So they've been really successful and consistent. And for the moment, not much of a chance for Ropero and Delgado here.
Well, and also the thing is, they have a thing from breaking off the side, not just because they're not good breakers in any means. They both can break from the center really well, but I also think the fact that things go into a safety play favors both of them, Fischer and KAZAKIS. So,
Yeah.
like, every time, as long as Ropero and Delgado doesn't run out, I think Fischer and KAZAKIS are going to be happy to get to the table. And, I mean, if you're talking about small percentages trying to be better than other players, I think that's a huge advantage. Doesn't matter where you are at the table, just have KAZAKIS or Fischer and they'll solve it for you. You know, it sounds like a commercial.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, but also watch this break. KAZAKIS tried to force a little bit more, I believe, on that break, and with no results. But still, they have to play a push out. So they just can't get into a rhythm here. And well, myself, I would have tried to tie the 7 ball and the 2 here, playing that shot. Because there is obviously maybe a carom 210 here. Interesting talking here between those two. I believe she's just gonna split the ball there. Try to use the 6. Yeah, like that. That's a great shot here, and the bonus is that freezing the tree, the jump is not on. So that's a big point here. This is kind of a roll here, I would say, because one ball further he could have jumped this one. Good hit there.
Yeah, they're smiling. They're like, we're trying to do everything we can. What could he have done
Yeah.
better there, Ben? I mean, things are just not going. Don't get too frustrated, but it's so tough to do. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you get to the finish line, it's the semifinals, and you've been playing well. I think they took the Fishers out of the tournament. They made a great tournament, and we feel like there is nothing they can do for the moment. But as you also know, Tim, everything can change in the blink of an eye. We are playing pool, and we've seen many turnarounds. Whether in single matches or in doubles matches. So are they gonna call the 10 here?
Oof. No. Well,
Wow.
is he going to shoot the 2 into the short rail to bank the 2 ball in? The 10 ball, excuse
that
me.
that would be an option, because it looks really thin to try to around the 10 here, but it's tough to say from here. But wow, he did it!
Oh, he carried it in.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a great shot, because it was really paper thin here, really paper thin, really tough to do. Made it look easy.
Well, especially with that 2 ball being so close to the bottom short rail. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about you, Ben, but I thought the double kiss was super close. So to play it super thin, carry the 10.
Yeah, but really thin, that was the point. And it's really tough to aim that thin, considering you have a target in front of you. Yeah, I mean, he played great. So again, pretty much no miss from there. They played the combination, and then the 1, and then the carom on the 2. So there's nothing they could have done. Wow.
Oh, look at this. If the 8 stays away from the 2, look. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well, this is tough to beat in any game. You make 3 balls on the
Yeah.
break, and you have shape on the 2. How are you going to beat anyone if your opponent is breaking
Yeah,
like
but
this?
we also have to recognize that to bring such consistency into the 10 ball break is really tough to do. I mean, they broke so well since the beginning of the match. It's crazy good, really, and it's tough to do. The control of the cue ball was really perfect. And that's the only shot which is a little bit tricky, is the 5-9 combination. But still, just have to roll it and take the 5 ball on the top left. Yeah, and even if they are dead straight, they could play the 6 on the side. So there's not many traps here to fall into. Stun follow here. Perfect shape on the 6. I mean, it's flawless. Draw back past the center of the table, and they'll be fine. Okay.
And what a run out. Again, I mean, they're on the, what, yeah, I would say double hill, but you would almost say triple KO here. 4-0, 4-0, 3-0, and just one game away from a spot in the final. Kelly Fisher and KAZAKIS, Alex KAZAKIS, are doing a great job here. I feel they're right on point. And Maite Ropero and Jose Alberto Delgado, what did they get? How many innings did they get to this match, Ben?
Yeah, not that much. I mean, in that set, obviously only one time a push out. And they took the push out and they played Kelly played a really strong safety here, and Delgado made contact. A long one-railer contact, but they ran out from there and they broke and ran out on the next rack. So this is kind of flawless 10 ball here, and it could be over after that break. Again, I have the feeling that the better speed for the break is the one that Kelly uses. She had actually better results than Alex, a little bit softer than him. And again, they have a turn at the table, but look at the 1-2. Look at the shot they have on the 1 and look at the position of the 2 ball. There is nothing easy here, and I wouldn't be surprised they play a safety from there, because you can't really get position on the 2. So,
well, unless he's trying to run into the 2-9, 2 rails around the 6, or maybe play for the same corner as the 1 ball is going, top left spin. 2 ball in the same
but the
corner
7
as
ball is
one.
on the way. Yeah, I tell you what, it's a great
Yeah, good
shot
call.
here.
But wow. I think he both surprises there.
That was a great shot. And now the thing is, they really need to try to get into the game, to get into the match. Oh wow, he will have to jack up above the 9, which is never easy. And obviously he's not in stroke because they didn't play, but touchy shot here.
Well, like we have mentioned before, his shot making abilities, center ball or just maybe a tad of spin, has been really crucial for this double. He's been playing a lot of hay ball, like we mentioned. And I think that really came in handy on that 3 ball, because he let the Cuba go a little bit, just made sure to make the ball, and it was very clean. Oh, could have used a little bit of
Yeah.
draw here, don't you think?
Yeah, but the thing is, they are quite cold. They didn't play that much. They didn't pocket many balls since the beginning of the match, and you really have to get into the game and to try to keep things rolling, you know. So that's why I said this rack is really important because you really want to feel that you could get going, you know.
Well, I'm still happy to see that both players and the referee are trying to make it a loose, a relaxed situation.
Yeah,
He also knows that he has to play low left and could be tricky. He's played this so well.
yeah, good shot there.
Also, Ben,
And
that shot,
we
the shot he just played, you could have played with just a lot of outside and spin the cue ball, but he's played it with a stun and soft left. And
yeah,
I think there's a difference between a American pool player and a hayball player. And I think the more you play on a hayball table, ooh, oh, this is trouble. The more you play on a hayball table, you start to play with that more, at least you're closer to the center of the cue ball with some spin compared to more outside.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, needs a clean shot there. Another good result. This could be the first game on the board for Ropero and Delgado. They need it, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they're a far way off to bring this match to a shootout.
yeah, and I'll tell you what, the first shot on the one ball was really crucial and was really high quality from Delgado here, nudging the 7, going 2 rails inside to reach the 2. That was really a tough shot there. And it's a great run out from there, so
Well, hopefully they can make a run for it. I mean, I've actually played 3 out of 4 players at the table, so I don't have any personal grudges against them, but I just would like to see a more closer match, even though Fischer KAZAKIS, they've played so well up to this point, but could we
yeah.
see a turnaround, a momentum, like in any other match, we get to see some people have a dry break, some great shots. Now
Yeah.
suddenly they run a 2 or 3 pack, that kind of thing.
And you know as a player that anything can happen. As long as suddenly you are not making balls on the break anymore, or you have tricky push outs and you make one mistake, cue ball got kicked into the side pocket on the break, anything can happen that turn a match on. And that's why Alex Kazakis and Kelly Fisher won't let it go. I mean, they know it. They are both experienced players, so
On this dry break, same thing like I said. These dry breaks are favoring Fischer KAZAKIS so much. That's why I think in this format that they are so strong together. They're so solid, so much experience. They are probably going to tie the cue ball with the 2 or get separation and get the cue ball behind the 6, I think.
yeah. The thing is, if you try to get the cue ball behind the 6, then you might make the 1-2 ball combination, and that could be a risk to be in a tricky position after. So yeah, I would consider banking the 1 ball towards the long rail also. That's also a good shot. Yeah, that's also a good shot because it's simple, and I don't think they see an edge of the 1 ball here.
Well, the worst thing too, usually this shot is not as powerful, but the 8 comes right into play to where you cannot kick over the top short rail. So now
Yeah.
this has become
As
a funny position, and they have the jump cue out.
yeah, if she can hold the one ball like stop shot and send the one ball towards the short rail and long rail, having the seven ball as a cover, it would be great. But if it passes the four and the seven, then she might go for it. Oh wow, she
Well,
jumped above two balls.
yeah, but it was a very short jump, and then also
Yeah.
to land right perfect. I think it might have been too much to ask, but this is the style Fischer KAZAKIS plays, and there's not too many doubles in this field, I believe, that will be able to beat that. This is a very knowledgeable style of play. Everybody can run out, everybody can make balls, but
Yeah.
to get this kind of control is a different kind of pull, and I think this is a perfect display of it so far.
Yeah, and as I
Don't
mentioned already, they are both world champions. I mean, top players in the world. So we have to keep this in mind. Those are two world-class players.
Well, don't get me wrong. In any means, I would love to see Roberto Delgado come back, but from
Yeah,
first time
you
we
just
see,
want a match.
I mean,
That's it.
yeah, I would like to see a match here, but the thing is that Fischer, KAZAKIS, they play solid as they always do, and
Yeah.
they just got this opportunity, so they're gonna get ahead again this fourth set. And like sometimes we would like to say it's tough to get from the 6 to the 7, but we know from both players that they're going to make sure that they will have angle to get from the 6 to the 7. So
Yeah.
this is
especially
textbook.
yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, she killed that cue ball really well to stay underneath the six, so that Alex could go long to reach the five, to reach the seven. Or maybe they elected to play the 7-8 combo if it's that straight, but I don't think so.
No. No, with this shape they can go to real towards his chalk.
Yeah,
Close to his chalk, yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, that's where I think they might be the best doubles in this tournament. I mean, from this performance, Ben, what can you say?
yeah,
There's nothing against
yeah,
Delgado or Ropero, but how often, I said this a set ago, I said, how often did they get to the table? We're 4 games right after, and they barely
yeah,
got to the table too. Just, but
yeah. Masterclass, I would say.
yeah, so far a doubles masterclass.
Oh wow. And this is an opportunity, and as we already said, this is to come back 3-2, and it's not gonna get anywhere. It's not over till it's over, but we didn't expect
Oh,
her to miss that shot. But
oh.
oh, it's not gonna be easy though. Long shot on the 10.
Well, they have had some time in the chair. If you look at 4-0, 4-0, and 3-1.
Yeah,
But this is an important ball.
yeah,
Oh, just
good
slid
shot, yeah.
in. This is important game. There might be a comeback right here. 3-2 is something you could overcome. Everything will depend on the next break.
And it's actually a little bit, the 9 ball she missed, it's actually a little bit like the 5 ball she missed on the second game of that match. She missed it too thin, a little like the stroke didn't get out, and it ended up with a miss too thin. Same kind of shot there. So, I mean, we are talking about 13 games and 2 ball missed. So, still world-class level.
Well, she's trying to wear a cap, but I'm quite sure that's April Larson chatting with Christina Tkach right there. Not too sure whose side they're on, so I'm not gonna say anything about all that, but I just know they're sweating this match, and I think we're all trying to root for a closer match, but no ball on the break, shape on the 1, and this is exactly what KAZAKIS and Fischer like to do, right? This is where they're gonna bank the 1 in between the 4-7 and probably get the 2 and the 4 in between, I guess. Unless they bring it all the way back to the short rail.
Yeah, and the thing is, they are already in the next rack. Even if she missed a bad 9 ball there on the previous game, then they are already on their way to play a great safety to try to get advantage of this rack. So that's what being professional is all about. Oh wow, I didn't even think he could make this on the side.
Well, maybe he felt like the 2-ball was always going to be in between. But this also gives Kelly a great angle to get to the left side of the 3-ball.
That's a great shot there from KAZAKIS. Great shot there also to try to avoid the 7 going off the long rail here. He's really perfect on the 3.
Yeah, actually that 1 ball on the side really opened up the rack, because most of the ball are at the bottom side of the table. Did he get far enough? He might not have been far enough, but still he can shoot the 5 and the 6 in the bottom left corner in this view. So just the 8 to the 9, I guess, Ben?
Yeah, but everything goes. I mean, the 9 ball passed the 10, and they have a slightly good angle on the 5 to go for a stop shot on the 6. Then that's the only tricky shot, I believe. Try to hold the cue ball for the 6 here. Really stay compact on this shot to be sure not to slide over. Yeah, that's great. It's really good enough to come off the long rail for the 7 on the side. Oh, she's pointing the center.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And he's looking at the side. Oh, yeah.
Because I do like the center of the table. Now she said it. It's a way better choice. We probably would have played the center pocket, but it guarantees at least angle or straight is good on the 8. I would have played for the side pocket too.
Yeah, and actually they were talking about this because she asked whether he wants to play it on the side, and I think KAZAKIS wanted to play it on the side at first glance, but then he changed his mind. And this is also a great showing of partnering, playing doubles, because he really wanted to play it on the side and he changed his mind because of her. So this is great teamwork here.
Yeah, and not in a way to where they're telling each other what to do or what not. You know, they're taking whatever they're getting, but just slight different choices. And she's put Alex on the rail here. If he makes his 9 into the rail and out, we could be done here.
Yeah, and the thing is, I thought on the 8 ball she was going to draw along the right long rail, but she decided to cross it. Oh, that's okay. I think that's okay. You
All
really
this to
wanted
get
her
to the
partner to
final.
be perfect. Yeah, and what a masterclass if she makes this one. Wow.
What a great performance from Kelly Fisher and Alex KAZAKIS beating Maite Ropero and Jose Alberto Delgado 3-0 in straight sets. So they'll go right into the finals. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be right back with our next match in, I believe it's 15 minutes.
Wo-
So
Women's
sure-
Open, yeah.
yeah, so make sure to be right there for us. Benjamin Belhassan, thank you so much for being in the booth with me again, and Tim Deroy.
Yeah,
Thank you, and
appreciate
we'll
it
see you
and see
soon.
you.